Hi. So today I'm going to present our paper, Dual Branch Attention-Based Hybrid Network for High-Resolution 3D Micro-CT Bone Scan Segmentation, authored by myself, PhD student Emil Lagzouli, Professor Peter Pivonka, Professor David Cooper, Professor Vittorio Sansalone, and Professor Alice Othmani, which will present our work at the International Symposium of Biomedical Imaging in Greece. So we're gonna advance our work. We're gonna start with the background and introduction, followed by the state of the art, and then we're gonna delve in the methodology and experiments and results. And finally, we're gonna present our perspectives and future work, followed by the acknowledgements. So osteoporosis is a very serious disease which affects 1 in 3 women and 1 in 5 men over the age of 50. Which is caused by estrogen deficiency, which causes increased bone resorption and impaired osteoblast function, as you can notice in the figure over here, where we can clearly notice the bone loss due to age, especially very highlighted for female compared to male. So to perform these studies in the preclinical aspects, the key animal used for postmenopausal osteoporosis studies are the overrectomized model, as we can notice in the second figure here, where the female are overrectomized, and we can notice the age-related bone loss following the ages here. So this work is part of the automated pipeline that we're developing for micro-CT animal bone assessment, which involves segmentation, registration, bone morphometry, plotting, and statistical analysis, and the automated report generation. So for the state of the art concerning the segmentation of trabecular and cortical compartments, we have the traditional segmentation algorithms that are based on morphological filtering and other image processing approach, which are very effective up to this day and still very much used in commercial software such as CGN and broker softwares. The main inconvenience of these methods is that they don't generalize well because they are based on morphological filters and not really feature-based. So if we change the experimental setups, or if we inject our mice with medical treatments or mechanical loading, it can become very hard for the model to perform well. So for this purpose, we delve into the deep learning models, which have excelled recently a lot as biomedical imaging segmentation. So we have several popular models that include UNet, attention UNet for the CNN-based approaches, and UNIT-TR and SWIN UNIT-TR for transformer/hybrid-based methods. So the current gaps and limitation of the segmentation, the first one is the segmentation, the cortical porosity, which is often increased due to medical treatments and mechanical stimuli, which make it hard to delineate transitional control between cortical and trabecular bone. We also have the growth plate region, where it's very hard to distinguish between the cortical and trabecular bone. We also have a woven bone in some cases where it's in response to fractures. And finally, for age-related bone loss recordings. So for this purpose, we developed a neural network architecture called a dual branch attention-based hybrid network, which performs the segmentation of the cortical and trabecular compartments. So the architectures follow a U-shaped format where we have the contraction path in the encoder and the expanding path in the decoder. So initially, the input scans are projected into an embedding space with patch embedding unit, and then the resulting feature maps are forwarded into the encoder, composed of the swing transformer branch on the left and convolution branch on the right, which is which we have in it channel-wise attention. So similarly, the cortical branch is composed of trabecular, of transformer units and spatial attention convolution model. So at each hierarchical level, the feature maps are processed by both branches, and then they are fused using the transformer convolution feature fusion model at each hierarchical level. So, and finally, both encoder and decoder are linked using a skip connection at each level, which are fused with the decoder using the attention gates. And we also have the connection at the bottleneck, which is constituted of 4 global transformers. So for the blocks that compose our architecture, we have the channel attention-based convolution module, which performs channel-wise attention filtering, which pretty much extracts weights for each channel using convolution and sigmoid function and average pull and channel-wise pulling, especially we're using the maximum and the average pulling for this one, which allow to generate these weights that allow to filter out the channels of our feature maps. We also have the spatial attention-based convolution module, which is used in the decoder, which is pretty much similar to the channel-wise one, except that it extracts spatial heat maps that tune up our feature maps by highlighting the relevant region and suppressing the irrelevant regions. Finally, we have also the transformer convolution feature fusion module, which basically combine the feature from both transformer and convolution branches, perform channel-wise attention, and then concatenate them and fuse them with convolution, which is often followed by downsampling for the decoder downsampling for the encoder phase and upsampling for the decoder phase. So for the experiments and results, we will present the dataset that we're working on, which is collected from 3 different studies: Sukiyama 2008, 2011, and 2012. We have 74 controlled micro-CT scans of the tibia obtained of virgin female mice, recorded at a resolution of roughly 5 micrometers, and manually segmented following standard guidelines. We also have all the training and experiments were conducted on our DGX server. The input scans were randomly cropped into 320, 32 subvolumes and subjected to data augmentation. We also evaluated our model with the dice score and the host source distance. And for comparison purposes, we trained several popular state-of-the-art architecture that we cited before. So table 1 showed the performance comparison of the proposed method on the tibia micro-CT test dataset, where we can observe that our model outperforms all the other models, where we have an increase in both cortical and trabecular performances. We also did a more thorough and zoomed-in performance evaluation, where we compared our model's performance at multiple bone regions, the middle, proximal 75, and proximal 85, where again our model outperforms all the other models in all of these regions. We also here show the segmentation results at multiple cross sections, showing the accurate segmentation of cortical bone, medullary area, and trabecular compartments. Finally, here we did some initial testing on most tibia subject to IPGH injection of a very small dosage of 20 microgram per kilogram per day and mechanical loading, where we noticed that our model really performs really well compared to the manual labeling here, and which is much more smooth. And here we're showing the final 3D reconstruction of the cortical and trabecular bone, where we can observe that the connectivity was ensured in the trabecular bone, and the transitional control between cortical and trabecular bone is well ensured here. Finally, for perspective, we intend to assess the architecture's robustness in segmenting the tibias at multiple medical treatments, such as the IPGH, residual and mechanical loading, where we can, for example, observe here how certain drug treatments and mechanical loading make it almost impossible to disseminate between trabecular and cortical compartments. So we would like to thank all the Queensland University of Technology, UPEC, University of Saskatchewan, the Laboratory of Multi-Scale Modelization and Simulation, and the Laboratory of Images, Signals, and Smart Systems. And thank you all for your attention.